Welcome to another edition of the Nerds Delight podcast. We're your hosts. I'm JayRow.
And Crump Casso.
Welcome. Today episode, we're going to do a reaction video to an upcoming game that is coming out. This is the official trailer for the new Sonic Origins game. So we're going to look at the trailer and then we'll talk about it.
I'm excited.
And we'll see. I hope it's what I'm looking for a game that unfortunately it's like, I don't know, Sonic has been missing sometimes on some of their games lately. Well, Sega's been missing with their games with Sonic. And I'm looking for towards either a really good game, like of the classic games, or just I want them to just get back to a level where it's able to compete with Mario again. Because I feel like the Mario games have been blowing them out of the water.
Yeah, I agree. By far.
Man, it is crazy because between Sonic and Mario, I like Sonic more. It's just because I just enjoy the gameplay more. But the games itself, they're like hit or miss.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I gotta agree with that. I gotta agree.
So let's just look at this trailer and then we'll be able to decide if it's a game that's worth checking out. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's check it out. I'll let you go first. What do you think about it?
Okay, so first of all, knowing the title was Sonic Origins, I already knew it. Like I had a feeling it was gonna be like a throwback type of feel or whatever. But I'm still also a little disappointed that it wasn't more new stuff
Content.
Added. Yeah, more new content. It's like they just took the old games and throw them back at us. And they said they remastered them to make them look a little better. And I do like that they added the animated, the cutscenes and stuff. I guess that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So I am disappointed that it's not more like you said, new content. Mm-hmm. But overall though, I like that. I like that they're bringing back the old school classics for the original gamers, the original fans. So I like that. I like that you got Knuckles, Tails, and Sonic. So that's dope. And like I said, I like this basically just a nod to the the original gamers, original fans. I just wish it was more new content for me. For me, somebody I've always liked Sonic, but I never had Sonic as a kid. I never had it like a Sega. So I played it before at friends' houses or cousins' houses or whatever. Yeah. But I never was a huge fan because I never actually had the game. So I would actually be more interested in. I did have it on Game Boy. I forgot which one it was, but it wasn't the original one. It was Sonic. I don't remember what it was called. I can't remember which one it was, but so I did have a Sonic game on Game Boy before. But since I'm not a huge fan, I kind of would like to see more new content, like a mix between new and old. Just so it doesn't feel like I'm playing an old game.
A rehash of everything.
Right. Stuff. Yeah. So, but overall, I like it though. It looks dope.
What new content would you be looking for?
I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool if they did almost a brand new game almost. It could still have that old school feel, but maybe add some new special moves or a new character or something like that, but it can still have that what do you call it, like cross like platform like a 2D platform feel and everything.
Oh yeah, switch from 2D to 3D.
Yeah, it can still be 2D, and I don't mind it. That way, it still feels old, old school, and that it can still have that same linear like platform gameplay.
Yeah,
but maybe just like some extra special moves or a new character that you can play as, or maybe new levels or something like that. I think it'd be dope.
Okay, no, I understand what you're saying, because being someone who does play a lot of Sonic games and who loves the Sonic universe, I was pleasantly surprised, because this seems like something that would be hard to come by. And what I mean by that is that the Sonic 3 and Knuckles game in particular, it's not ported anywhere.
Wow.
Legally speaking, it's not ported anywhere. Like, you can play Sonic 3, but you can't play Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Oh, okay.
So that game, because there's only one game that had it, if I remember correctly. It's like the Sonic Mega Collection on the PlayStation 2.
Okay.
That's the only one that you could play all those games except for Sonic CD. Sonic CD wasn't up there. Okay. But Sonic 2, Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles, those games were up there. But this one, the reason why I like it a little bit more than you probably, and is that I think you do like it. I just think you're so just kind of being a critic about it, and which is I definitely I agree with that. Yeah. I agree with everything you said, but I think on my end for it, I'm appreciative of it because it's nostalgia,
right? Yeah,
and to be able to play those games again that basically shaped our childhood, just like how the video said that defined the generation. And like, just to be able to replay those games, it's going to be a cool way. It's going to be cool, and then like it's going to be updated graphics, like to fit what like our console, whatever we're planning on. There is some new content, like from what I gathered. Yeah, the animated features is really a nice look. It's a nice look. It's a nice addition.
I like that.
I did like the see Sonic and Tails, and I like seeing the Amy thing, and I saw Knuckles and Sonic fighting. It was pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
So it does make it feel. It does make it feel new, but also at the same time, I think that it's supposed to be nothing out of the ordinary.
It's supposed to be, like you said, nostalgic. Like, it's supposed to be throwback.
Yeah, and I mean, to answer and to even give you a little bit of like some more information, the Sonic is a game called Sonic Mania that that came out a few years back. That has what you're asking for, like new characters and new stuff, and you go through old levels and stuff. So from the previous games, and that game is, you would like that too, because it's a platformer Sonic game with like the traditional, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, but it also has two other characters up there. And then it switches the gameplay that you can kind of alternate between the characters, just like in this current game, the one that the one we're talking about now. I don't know if you noticed, there was a Knuckles and Tails pairing on that.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, so Knuckles and Tails were in the stage together. Like, normally in the stage together is typically Sonic and Tails.
Sonic and Tails, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but this one I saw Knuckles and Tails in the stage together.
That's pretty dope.
So that's never been a pairing before that you can like play with.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
it gives you flashes of the movie that just came out.
Right, right. Yeah.
But so from what we saw, and what we just talked about, is this a game worth getting? Do you think this is a game worth getting?
I think it all depends on what you value. I don't think I would. Well, it depends on how much it costs. It depends on what it costs.
Let's be reasonable. Let's say I don't think this game is going to be $50. I don't think it's going to be $60 or $50. I think that's not going to be it.
Nah, go ahead.
I personally think it's going to probably push it's going to be between 20 and 40.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
I was thinking it's gonna be closer to 40. And if it's 40, I don't think I'd want to get not for 40. I'd probably pay 20 for it, but I don't know if I want to pay 40. Just for me, because like I said, although it is nostalgic, I played Sonic before.
Yeah.
I wasn't like a super huge fan. So I was like, for me, and this actually doesn't just apply to Sonic, it applies to really any game, really. Any of the games from like the 90s or whatever, the throwbacks or whatever. Yeah. Although they're very nostalgic and it's great to play those games, it is so hard for me to drop a lot of money for a game that I know was made in like 90, like 92. Like I know we're getting like, I don't want to say bad graphics, but we get like the 8-bit graphics and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, it's hard for me to pay top dollar, or I don't have to be top dollar, even $30, $40. It's hard for me to pay that much for a game that was made like 20, 30 years ago. And it's hard for me to drop that kind of money.
Yeah.
But for people who just really want that nostalgia, that like growing up Sonic was your favorite game growing up or whatever, then yeah, I think it's worth the money. So I think it's all depending on what you value. Yeah. It's hard for me to, even like Mario, like I was a big Mario fan, like the Mario 1, Mario 3 we talked about recently. Yeah. Like I couldn't even drop that kind of money on Mario 3. Like I loved Mario 3. Mario 3 was the top one in my opinion. Like that's definitely my childhood. Like I remember like that's probably the top game I had on Nintendo. Was like as far as fun goes, like Mario 3, like I've like broke like a ceiling with a game. But I still
absolutely did. Absolutely
right. But I wouldn't want to pay like $30 for it though. Like
no, I don't think it's worth $30. Like I think like it's something that honestly I would pay between $10 and $15 for it.
I was about to say like $10, yeah, but like anything more than like 15, nah, I can't see myself paying that much for it. Yeah, so yeah, I think it's worth it though. If you like I said, all depends on how much you value it. But I wouldn't want to pay more than 15 for it.
I think it's worth getting. Like I would consider getting it just honestly because what we just said about nostalgia. Like I love like those old classic games that I had fun playing when I was a kid. Yeah. And it just is basically something that you can play and have fun with. And it's like, it's a game like honestly that you don't gotta think.
Right. Yeah.
And you just play it. And especially like you looking for something to play and it's not something like, oh, I gotta sit here and play this game for like an hour or 2 hours, and I gotta figure out a puzzle. I gotta learn a special move to cross somebody over, stuff like that. Like playing like basketball, playing 2K, or playing like a shooter game, playing like all these games that you gotta kind of put a little strategy into. Sonic has no strategy needed for that. Yeah. You just have to have good hand-eye coordination for the game.
And that's
because of how fast it is. And other than that, like you have fun with it. Especially, and it's, like you said, there's a lot of muscle memory too, because of the fact that if you play those games growing up, you're basically just picking up where you left off because of the fact that I know for me, it's going to probably take a minute, but I can probably get back to my 100% because I used to max out those Sonic games. I used to like Sonic 3 and Knuckles, that game, I always used to beat that game easily. I was like, when I figured it out, when I totally figured it out, it was easy.
Yeah,
it was easy. But yeah, I'm definitely one. I'm a yay, like take my money for that game, within reason. Within reason. I hope they release the information about the price soon.
Yeah.
But right now, it is something like I would definitely. I mean, from both of us, it looks like it's something that we would both play.
Right. Yeah. I would.
Well, that's it for tonight for another edition of the Nurses Like podcast. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we're out. Peace.